Welcome back, true believers and all you merry Marvelites, to another very interesting Marvel Games related video, primarily pertaining to a project which we have known about for quite some time due to a leak that happened all the way back in 2017 when this original deal first occurred. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm mainly referring to the primary partnership that we have known about ever since 2017 with the reveal trailer of Marvel's Avengers, previously known as the Avengers Project, and Square Enix teaming up with Marvel Games for a multi-year, multi-game partnership developing AAA Marvel titles with both companies. Of course, the first of that entire deal was Marvel's Avengers. Take that as you will. Whether or not you love it, like it, or heavily dislike it is all up to you. But luckily, we're not talking about that game today because we are talking about the other leaked project which was revealed all the way back when that deal first happened, which is none other than a fully AAA Guardians of the Galaxy game. Now, if you are a massive Marvel Games fan, you would be aware that this isn't necessarily the first time that we have seen the Guardians of the Galaxy be implemented within a video game format. The first of which that comes to mind is obviously the Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale series, which was received with massive mixed reception, and also some smaller level games like their inclusion in LEGO Marvel. But we obviously haven't seen the Guardians in a AAA format like we have with other heroes, similar to that of course with Batman, Spider-Man, and most recently in terms of this publisher for Square Enix, of course being the Avengers. And in case you haven't been in the know as to what exactly the specific business dealings are between Marvel Games and Square Enix, is that while Crystal Dynamics were the primary developer working on Marvel's Avengers, it was previously leaked back in 2017 that not only is Guardians of the Galaxy the next massive AAA Marvel title that Square Enix is planning on making, but this time around, the main developer who is set to work on the project is the co-developer of Marvel's Avengers, with that being Eidos Montreal. And based on the major lackluster reception that Marvel's Avengers received at launch and is still receiving to this day, I would at least hope that Square Enix and Eidos Montreal are all taking that into consideration, hopefully making whatever the Guardians of the Galaxy game ends up being into a completely different type of genre than what we previously saw with Marvel's Avengers, which again was an action-adventure, third-person, looter-shooter live service game in a similar sense to a game like Anthem or Destiny. But moving on to the news at hand, while the Guardians of the Galaxy game has been leaked a numerous amount of times in the past, this latest update does in fact come from fellow gaming insider of Jeff Grubb, who does appear to potentially confirm the overall existence of Guardians of the Galaxy in game form and a potential reveal for the game during this upcoming E3 and possibly Summer Games Fest, which, if you didn't know, Square Enix is confirmed to be attending both events. But moving on to the article itself, which does originate from comicbookgaming.com, following last year's release of Marvel's Avengers, it appears that Square Enix is currently developing a game based on the Guardians of the Galaxy. In a new episode of Game Mess, host Jeff Grubb was unequivocal in stating that the game is currently in the works from the publisher. Grubb went on to say that he isn't sure whether or not the game will be officially unveiled at E3 next month, but he is hopeful that it might be a part of the company's showcase. And based on his own video where he did report on this news, which I will leave as a link in the description below, he did go on to indicate Guardians of the Galaxy is gonna be made by Square Enix. Yeah, that's real. And for any of you out there who may be doubting his overall credibility, Grubb tends to be a very reliable source when it comes to video game leaks. And he also tends to choose his words carefully when he can't fully confirm a rumor's validity. However, fans should still take this with a grain of salt until Square Enix makes an official announcement. But it's worth noting that this rumor has existed for a few years now, so it wouldn't be too surprising if it does turn out to be real. If the reports are correct, it will be interesting to see exactly how Square Enix handles the game. It's not hard to imagine it being done in a style similar to Marvel's Avengers, and possibly existing in the same universe. Unfortunately, Grubb did not have further details about the project, so it's all conjecture until something official gets revealed. So at this point in time, it's not necessarily a question of if this will happen happen, but more so of when this will happen. And if I had to make an educated guess, given that there isn't a lot of hype surrounding Marvel's Avengers as of right now, a brand new AAA Guardians of the Galaxy game will surely get a lot of people interested within that IP and exactly how it can be handled within the video game medium. And knowing that Square Enix is officially confirmed to be attending both E3 and Summer Games Fest, I do think that it's safe to say that we may end up receiving one of three things at either showcase. First off is inevitably going to be a Black Panther gameplay trailer to showcase exactly how T'Challa will play within Marvel's Avengers, seeing that he is going to be one of the massive factors that people are going to be intrigued to play the game for on the current 2021 roadmap. The second potential reveal is also another hero from Marvel's Avengers, with that of the Spider-Man exclusive character only on PlayStation, and finally seeing a reveal for him to be in the game. Or, lastly, which I do think would be the best out of the bunch, is a full-on, complete reveal for Guardians of the Galaxy, developed by Eidos Montreal and published by Square Enix, being a completely next-gen game running only on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, instead of it being a cross-generation game similar to that of Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now, for me personally, as a Marvel games fanatic, I truly do want what is best for these developers and publishers to truly utilize these characters and their iconic storylines in the best possible way to just deliver grand gaming experiences. But based on the type of product that we did receive with Marvel's Avengers, and seeing that Square Enix is still the publisher behind this inevitable Guardians of the Galaxy game, I truly don't want that title to fall under the same types of booby traps that were set fully before the release of Marvel's Avengers, just based on the type of game that it was, being a live service looter shooter. I don't want Guardians of the Galaxy to be anything like that, and instead, I would actually love to see something similar to what currently released of Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which is a game trilogy that I'm a massive fan of. I played each and every game back when they originally released, back on the Xbox and PS3, but I just recently bought the Legendary Edition for my PS4. I'm just recently beat Mass Effect 1, and I just started Mass Effect 2. I love the game to death. It's a perfect masterpiece of a sci-fi epic within a video game form, and basically, if they were to do something similar like that for Guardians of the Galaxy, being able to explore different worlds, forming a team of different Guardians that are well known from the comics, not just their MCU counterparts, but actual other characters that are known from comics lore, like that of Moondragon, Nova, and so on. Just all these amazing characters that can form a truly incredible intergalactic team of superheroes, put them in a great story, have incredible action-adventure combat and gunplay, and make each character that you can play as feel different, with potential co-op abilities, would just be perfect for a group like the Guardians, especially in a AAA format. So while there isn't really anything to say that this is for sure 110% happening, I do think that it is a total inevitability for this to occur, and whether or not we could see a reveal for it during E3 or Summer Game Fest is yet to be determined as of right now. But if I had to put money on it, I would actually say that the chances of us seeing a reveal for that game during one of those conferences is pretty darn high. And I, for one, just can't wait to see exactly how that game will turn out. But with all that said, everyone, that is the video that I do have for you today. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Would you personally be excited for a AAA Guardians of the Galaxy game? What type of gameplay, aesthetic, or genre would you like to see from it? Something similar to the Batman Arkham games or Spider-Man PS4 and Miles Morales? Or do you like the format of Marvel's Avengers, and do you want them to just do that same type of game, but for characters like the Guardians of the Galaxy? Feel free to let me know. Also, feel free to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I would genuinely very much appreciate it. I also have a video coming out later about the status of E3 and just the convention as a whole, and where I currently stand with it as a gamer based on what we saw from E3 in past years and what we kind of see from E3 going further into the future, and whether or not it may actually end up sticking around for too long given where it currently is amongst the gaming community. But with all that said, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. Stay merry, Marvelites, and stay awesome, true believers. Peace out.